Today, on Starfield Essentials, I take a look at a new free mod from one of my favorite developers. This is Dark Universe Outlaws Volume 1 by Kaosnyrb, available for free on Creations and Nexus Mods. Because this is a first look video, I'm going to share some gameplay and provide my impressions of this mod.
Yes.
My name is Richard. Let's get started. First impressions. Dark Universe Outlaws is not achievement friendly, for those who worry about that. I am a big fan of mods by Kaosnyrb, and I've reviewed many on this channel. Here's a sample from their creations page. I've outlined the ones I use regularly. Dark Universe Outlaws adds 100 bounty hunting quest chains to Starfield. Technically, this is Dark Universe Outlaws 1, and Kaosnyrb plans to start working on Volume 2 in the new year. Here's a summary of the features as listed on the mod description page. The use of ChatGPT probably caught your eye. I'll say more about development in the conclusion section. I started Dark Universe Outlaws by heading to the Broken Spear bar in Cydonia on Mars. There I found a wanted poster that served as an outlaw terminal. It added a slate to my inventory. And you'll see it here. There's some text describing what's going on. Ghost in the manifests. And all of this text is key to these missions, although I'll be honest, I blew through most of the text. I didn't pay that much attention to it. I just used them to find where I needed to go. So now we see we have to go to Echoes of Drift Lanes. After reading the slate, I got this mission, and it prompted me to visit Gagarin. This is the way that this mod works. You get a slate, you'll get a new mission, and then you head off to the next location. So here we are leaving the Broken Spear on Gagarin. Going to go outside to Mars. Goodbye, UC security. And now we're going to head off to our next location, Gagarin Landing. And here I am at Gagarin Landing. And up ahead, I have a quest marker. And I'm not going to lie, sometimes when I'm doing these missions, I don't want to have to think too much and search or whatever. So just show me a nice quest marker. Tell me where I need to go. So here I am. Oh, I couldn't make it up there. All right, there we go. So here I find this, looks like hazardous waste almost, but there's a mission here. I just completed Echoes of Drift Lanes, and I have some text, and honestly, I didn't read that much. That hunt escape test subjects, that was my default quest from before, so we're just going to skip that. But now when I click on that, I get an option of either I will dig through Neon's underbelly whispers, or I will examine the collapsed command post's failed ambush. And I'm going to choose the second option. So I'll click on that and I will confirm, and now I'll get a new mission, Ambushes in His Wake. And that provides me with another marker telling me to go to finding the Broken Vector Playbook from Lena Corbett. That is on Procyon 5A. So now I'm going to land on Procyon 5A at a military encampment. So I'm at this location, and I have a quest marker, and that is above Lena Corbett. Did I say Corbet initially? I guess that might be the French pronunciation. So I'm trying to get a good angle here on Lena. I would like to use my EM rifle. This is a custom version of the Trackers Alliance EM rifle that I modified myself using the creation kit. Trying to shoot her, it's not really working. My party members are joining, and there I got a good shot. So let's go ahead and get into the military encampment. We'll see if there's anyone else in there. By the way, if you're thinking that I'm potentially spoiling this, wait till you hear what's involved with this. And there won't necessarily be a spoiler. So here I'm going to see what she's got. She's got a Broken Vector Playbook slate. That's going to be important in a moment. And I'm going to use the excellent Simple Immersive Looting, Non-Lethal Framework, and Useful Briggs mods, all by Coradic. So I'm going to use Non-Lethal Framework to take her prisoner, and then send to Brig and collect some credits once she's in my brig. I've completed the mission Ambushes in His Wake. Now I'll take a quick look around, see if there's anyone there. Doesn't seem like there is. So the next thing I need to do is to take a look at that Broken Vector Playbook slate that I just retrieved from Lena. And there's a lot there. I'm not really reading it because there is so much, and reading text on slates is not really my thing. I just want to get my next mission. So now I have got my next mission, Turn Points Balance. And I don't think I'm going to look around here too much. I've I'm really just trying to demonstrate how to follow up on these. Now I have to recover the turn point claim ledger from a ship. Let's go ahead and do that. This will take me to Sirius 2. Now I'm in orbit around Sirius, and I see the GB 3498 Stockwind. We'll go ahead and we'll dock with that ship. And when we get inside, we find some loot. And also there's a bunch of floating bodies. Spooky. And one of them has an Arjun Calder Memorial. Well, Arjun was the name of that person, so we'll have to see what that is. There's our quest marker. Another slate we're going to retrieve. The turn point claim ledger with text once again, and we complete the turn points balance quest by retrieving that. And in a moment here, we'll see that that mission has completed, and we'll get notice that we now have Grave Lanes of Vector as our new mission. And in order to accomplish that mission, we will have to defeat someone with the handle of Vector. Here we are at Red Mile. I'm going to use my EM weapon to disable this target with the blue quest marker over his head out there, taking him down with one shot using my EM weapon. I like to use the EM weapons whenever possible because I can take targets prisoner as opposed to eliminating them. And no one at the Red Mile seemed to worry that I was doing this, so that's cool. So we'll go ahead and run on up to this gentleman. He's got a complicated name, but I will check what he has. And there is the final slate, which I will click on, and we'll see what that does for us. And I'm going to restrain him, and then I will send him to the brig. And eventually I'll have to turn him in along with any other prisoners that are in my brig, either to a Crimson Fleet pirate that is in my party or whomever. So I have now completed the Grave Lanes of Vector mission. Now that we've completed the first quest chain, it's time for the conclusion of this video. To get more quests, I headed to the den and bought 5 slates, Drift Between the Lines, grabbed Shadow Echo, and so on. Opening the first one started a new quest chain. Amazing! In this video, I showed completing the first quest chain, but there are 99 more! I confirmed this with Kaosnyrb via chat. Kaosnyrb apparently used ChatGPT to generate the content on the slates that guide players through the quests. The cool thing about this innovation is that Kaosnyrb published the code they used to develop the mod. It's on their GitHub page. They specifically pointed to these repos: Questgen Tools and Questgen Quests. This is all part of Kaosnyrb's collection for Starfield. Publishing all of this on GitHub is awesome. Kaosnyrb told me that the bulk of the work was writing the code. Then they ran it Wednesday and generated all 100 chain quests. Then we got the mod on Friday. I highly recommend you try this mod if you enjoy these bounty-type missions. Thank you, Kaosnyrb, for your work, and thank you to all my subscribers. Please consider subscribing to show YouTube that you enjoy positive and honest Starfield content. Special thanks to all channel members. I hope you're enjoying our private Discord server. If you'd like to know more about membership, click the join button on the channel. There's no obligation. I use your contributions to pay for drives for capturing footage and to buy creations to review. What have you been doing in Starfield? Your insights make this channel a place for positive and honest discussion of the game. In addition to videos, I also post to the community tab for this channel on a daily basis. If you subscribe, you'll see these posts in your YouTube feed. If you made it to this part of the video, please leave a comment with the word GitHub. Also, remember to ring the bell icon and select all notifications. Check out my other videos, and please tell your friends about the channel. My name is Richard. I will see you in the Starfield.